Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jason. I'm back with another video, and this is an update from the GTA from Toronto. Got a big stack of records again. This is an early August update. Really early August update. I got some killer old school metal in here. Some thrash, death metal, black metal stuff that I just came upon in the wild. Went to a different shop than I normally go to, but I got to go there more often. I think that's Emissions Records in Toronto, up on Dundas Street. Pretty close to Rotate This, actually, so I should make it my new go-to stop for sure for punk and metal there. Also picked up some stuff from Sonic Boom. No surprise there. Even got some older stuff here from last month that I didn't show you guys yet in the video, so we'll get into that too. So I got some metal for you guys. I got some electronic and techno. I got some old school hip hop as well to show. Even an old school funk record at the very end. So stay tuned for that. Skip over the other stuff you don't like, maybe, whatever. It's a smorgasbord, you know, as usual here. So I'll start off with the two techno records that I picked up from Sonic Boom late last month. They're left here in Toronto. This one is a really cool minimal techno record. It's a single EP, Opiate, and the EP is called Possible. Now, why did I pick this up? Because aside from the minimal cover, which gave it away, I noticed Alvin Noto listed on the back did a remix of one of the tracks, and I have some of his stuff. Very good, clean, crisp IDM of the early 2000s era from minimal techno. He's appearing courtesy of Raster Noten, which is a great minimal techno electronic label as well from back in the day. So yeah, this came out in vertical form, which was newer to me, and it was a cheapie. It was only about $6-7. So Opiate, Possible from early 2000s, maybe 2002. Also scored this thing as well on Clone Records, or one of the many Clone related labels. Clone is a record shop / mega label for electronic music, techno, acid, electro, etc. out of Netherlands. They're based in Rotterdam. I've been to the shop once or twice, and never saw this single before. This is Transllusion, A Moment of Insanity. Really cool electro and acid techno. And Transllusion is aka James Stinton of Underground Resistance / Drexcia. So you know you're getting some quality stuff there. Detroit, second wave legend. Yeah, Transllusion, Moment 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very cool EP. Some good tracks on that. And I had to snatch this. This is a second copy actually, but I found it fairly cheap in the wild. MC Lyte's second album, Eyes on This, still a banger for me. I love the old MC Lyte stuff. This was her second album. I think it's probably her best. This one has the Cha-Cha-Cha, Cappuccino's on here as well, Not With a Dealer, Slave to the Rhythm. So at least two of these were videos, Cha-Cha-Cha and Cappuccino. I'm pretty sure were videos. But yeah, MC Lyte, Eyes on This, a classic from the old school era. On First Priority Music. From the golden era of hip hop, this was like 1989. This release. Now let's get into some of this killer metal that I picked up yesterday at Emissions, which is just amazing selection there. I only had about half an hour before the shop closed actually, so I only dipped into like the metal section pretty much. I didn't even have enough time to go into their punk section, which is the majority of their store. They have records divided with new and used. These were all used records in the metal section. I should have took a video actually as I was flipping through, because it was small but mighty. Great, chock full of quality stuff in there, including this one I picked up. Nice compilation here, double vinyl of Necrophagia, Death is Fun. Originally, I think it was a single disc release a while back. This has got recordings from the 1980s, from like 85. Killjoy, of course, the man behind this project. I have to admit, this is kind of newer stuff for me, because I wasn't I was aware of this early death metal from Ohio. Not to be confused, I guess there's an LA Necrophagia as well. LA, more thrash related Necrophagia. These guys were around in the 80s, stopped for a while, and then one of the guys from Pantera, I think, convinced him to release some stuff. Then he passed away untimely, I think of heart failure, in 2018. So this is a compilation. You got 4 sides here of some brutal lo-fi, very lo-fi, raw stuff, just how I like it. This was reissued by Nuclear War Now Records, 2022 edition. I think it's a colored vinyl as well. Let's see these discs. But yeah, I got it for a decent price. And just something you don't see in the wild too often, right? My first Necrophagia album. Then I got some more Killer Black and Death metal. This is Nocturnal Blood. They have a number of releases as one of their EPs. 6-track EP, LP. Came out on Hell's Headbangers. This is some ghoulish stuff, fairly lo-fi as well. That was a good, fairly cheap find. Out of Finland, we got Corpsessed. This one's on Dark Descent Records / Misako Ojo Records. So it's 2 labels putting it out. Second album, I think, by Corpsessed. I have like some of their newer ones. They came out with a new one like last year, I think. And this one is Impetus of Death. Exactly what you expect from Corpsessed. Very heavy death metal, very tight production, solidly produced stuff. Maybe a little samey at times, but yeah, pretty cool. And then this was a nice pickup as well. Some Abigail, Japanese black metal. This is the Grotesque Nightmare album reissue. Super raw, old school stuff. Recordings from '92, including covers, 3 Sodom tracks covered on here, and Bathory as well. Actually, some of the tracks are kind of repeated. So you got, it's covering War by Bathory, Blasphemer from Sodom, and Outbreak of Evil from Sodom as well. Abigail, super raw, crusty, lo-fi black metal, out of Japan. Second record I've got by him. Great stuff, cool stuff. Now I'm going to wrap up with some experimental electronic hip-hop and some funk. Actually found an old funk record I wanted to get in the wild. This was also from Sonic Boom. Found this in the wild for $10. This is kind of a rarity, I would say. It's the name of the artist or project is Agnarkea. Go with that. I'll let you guys figure out how to pronounce that sucker, but album's called Black Helicopter. Worth checking out on Bandcamp if you get a chance. I'll put a link at some point in the video description. But just really killer experimental electronic hip-hop. I don't know, hip-hop is kind of using the term loosely. I don't think there's any rap really on this. There's definitely vocals, there's a lot of vocal samples and stuff, and break beats. Best comparison would be kind of like some Aphex Twin, breakcore meets industrial. I mean, it kind of reminds me a lot of like Meat Beat Manifesto, and some other breaks heavy kind of industrial. So yeah, Black Helicopter. I was immediately drawn to the label because Natural Sciences, I've got a couple releases on that label now. It's out of Manchester, I think. Sort of known for doing experimental electronic and techno and weird shit. I got a cool Bo Wanzer Hieroglyphic Being split EP on that label. And then I've got a really like heavy, fast, dark techno record as well. Mars 89, I think the band is what the project's called. So this will be the third record that I pick up from Natural Sciences. There's the labels on the actual record here. Yeah, and so just closing it off, old school funk record that I found in the wild that I did not have. I have a huge funk collection and disco, etc. And kind of just discovered this band. Oddly enough, they were huge, I guess, in the 70s, recording stuff up into the 80s and 90s, I think, too. Tower of Power, name of the band. Tower of Horns at some point, I think, too, or something like that. But yeah, this album is exactly the one I was looking for, called Back to Oakland, because it has the track Squib Cakes on it, and I've been rocking that a lot lately. Very funky number, kind of a longer track that I am used to from the samples. Huge sample in Original Concept. It's the rap group from the 80s. They're a Def Jam group, kind of a power group. There was like the East Coast Dr. Dre, I think, was in that band. There was like 4 or 5 guys or something in Original Concept. It was a really cool album. I think it was like 1 or 2 records, and but it had a ton of party tracks, fun hip hop tracks. They were kind of like almost on the outskirts of the golden era of hip hop. They're kind of on the cusp, or just inside the golden era. Golden era I would peg at like 86 to 93, and they were sort of like, I think their album came out in 85 maybe, or 86, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, track's called Run in Your Mouth by Original Concept, samples Squib Cakes by Tower of Power on this album. Long story short, so, and it's a beaten up copy for sure. This has got like writing on the label and stuff, and circles and everything, but old school Warner Brothers OG copy for dirt cheap. Had to pick it up. So that is my early August haul, all from Toronto. 2 shops basically, Emissions and Sonic Boom. Some killer rare metal as the locusts are going wild out here outdoors. I'll see you guys soon.